Flosstube. Welcome. My name's Emily. I'm Crafty Emily here, and I'm here for my Flosstube number 8. It's been 2 weeks and a bit since I last did one, so a little longer than I was hoping for, but not as long as last time. It is Tuesday, October the 20th today, so yeah, we're motoring through to the end of October already, the end of Halloween, towards Halloween. Everything's gone a bit strange here in the UK. The UK's been split into 3 tiers, and each country in the UK, so Wales is in lockdown for 2 weeks, Northern Ireland is in lockdown for 2 weeks, most of Scotland's in lockdown, and for England, and I live right at the very top of England, we are not in a full countrywide lockdown at the moment. We are split into 3 tiers, and where I live we're in an okay tier. I think we're in the lowest tier. I'm counted as northwest, but northwest is counted as like Liverpool and Manchester, which to me is Midlands. It's a long way south of me, where it's really bad at the moment. We are right up past the Lake District, just before you tip into Scotland. Hardly any cases up here at the moment, which is really, really good. So everything's fine for us. We're still allowed to mix with up to 6 at home, not at home. We're okay. So we're getting, the numbers are creeping. I'm expecting some sort of shutdown next week, because it is the kids' half term next week, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, so it's been 7, 8, 9 days. It's not been 9 days, it's been 2 weeks and 2 days since I last did one of these, and I've got some stuff to show you, because just arrived this second. I have a packet from Casa Cenina, which is in Italy. That has taken 4 days to get here from Italy. Fantastic. I've also got a packet from Wool Warehouse. Because I've been working so much, I've got a day off today. My original job, we're currently having a week's shutdown. Well, we worked yesterday, and the rest of the week we are shut down. So everyone's getting holiday pay, and if we've run out of holiday days, we're getting furlough pay. So today I'm getting furlough pay for today and for the rest of the week. So it is what it is, and I've got a day off, and it's lovely. We've been to the auction, filled in our little slips of our maximum bids. We'll find out later today if we've got anything. Not a great deal up for me today. Robin's got lots of tools that he's hoping to win on. I've bid on 1 box of sort of crafty stuff and lots of wooden spools, wooden like thread spools, which I can see turning into things. And I bid on a box of glasses. They're teeny, I put tiny glassware. They're tiny little glasses. I can see them like in the 30s and 40s having a little sherry before dinner, you know, like they're that sort of size, but I can see them as pin cushions in my brain. Anyway, I'm not going to think about it until I know I probably won't get them. I don't even know what a big box of tiny glasses goes for. So anyway, I'll let you know next time if I get any of that. So I've got lots to show you. I don't feel like I've done anything. I'm up in my room today because it's comfy, and I think the light's okay just now. I have got my ring light. I might need to put it on if it gets any gloomier than this. But okay, stitching. I touched nothing that I did show you last time, because the only thing I brought back down from the shed was my pilgrim. Everything else I left in the shed, and I've just brought it down from the shed now. Thank goodness the shed is dry. So I haven't done any more of my spooky Halloween. I haven't done any more of my treasure hunt bookshelf. That's for next month really anyway. And here's Eric to wobble the camera. Eric, come here. Eric's going to go for a little operation soon. He needs to have his bits chopped off. Well, they do chop them off, but they don't, like, yeah, he needs to go for his little operation. He's getting a bit ballsy in every respect. Pilgrim. So I did bring this down because I wanted to get my page finish. I did indeed get my page finish. Oh, the colour's okay. I'll put the light on if I need it. So I finished. This is page 4 here. So I finished down, page 4 ends about there. So I finished the fox, and there's a little bit of fudging in his leg because there's the mistake that I carried across here. But sorry about the rustling. Eric has disappeared into the void of wool stash that's over there. he's settling in a box. So I finished off down there. So that is 4 pages of my Pilgrim. Long dog sampler, of course. If you know me, you know I love them. So there's my Pilgrim. He is all page 1, 2, 3, 4 completely finished, all backstitched, all of that is done. And both 5, 6, 7 and 8 are all started. Obviously I've done quite a lot of page 5, you can see, because I had to get that fox done, being chased by the hound. And so, Long Dog Leap Day Sal, it's 9 days away and I will be working on this. Don't know which page I'm going to pick up, but I will be working on that on the 29th, because that is my Leap Day Sal page. That is, it's absolutely, the colour I see it is the colour you see it. That is beautiful. That's exactly its colour. That's Mrs. Sadie's Darling Silk. I'm doing it on 28 count Laguna. 2 strands over 2 strands of Darling silk, and it's wonderful. So that's that. So I've been tired because I'm working pretty much all the time. I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday on my new job, and in that time racked up just over 30 hours. So it's good in one respect, and it's tiring. I did 9 hours on Saturday and 10 hours on Sunday, and then got up and did 6 hours at my work yesterday, at my other job yesterday. But I knew I was getting today off. I've got tomorrow off as well, so hopefully get some project bags finished off tomorrow. But something's in my coffee. Oh, it's because I've been moving things to move all the detritus off from behind here. Excuse my wall, it's desperately needing to be painted. I'm going to set up a sort of craft storage thing here. I've got a top half of an old dresser which is probably going to get put on the wall here, and obviously it needs painting. It's robin's egg, we call it duck egg, but it's robin's egg blue. My whole house used to be this colour, but now my house is mostly purple and navy blue, and yeah, you've seen my living room. Right, my knitting finish I am wearing. Here is my Empower People cowl, which I'm knitted in pure mulberry silk in this beautiful purple that I bought, oh, forever ago, 12, 15 maybe years ago, and I've had this hank sitting in my wall boxes, which are there. I might just turn the camera around and show you some of my stash, because it's fairly obvious in my bedroom. But this is pure mulberry silk, and it is like a single ply. This is what I have. I have 2 balls this size left of it. It's a 100-gram hank, and I've made my Empower People cowl. It's gorgeous because it's all gonna look lovely. So I'm really happy with this. I've been knitting this in the mornings. Because of COVID, the kids all go in at different times. My big girls are all in high school. I need to drop them as soon after 8:30. Well, basically at 8:30 if I can. And then I drive about 200 yards up a different road to the primary school, and then we sit in the car and we wait, because my little boy's door opens at 8:44 exactly. He goes in at 8:44, so we get out of the car at 8:43 and we walk up the lane to where his entrance is, because he's in primary school still. So I have about 12 or 14 minutes every morning to knit, so I basically knitted this in the car while I was waiting. It's garter stitch. Garter stitch is not my stitch. I don't usually knit in garter stitch because it doesn't grow well, but it is lovely. I love it. And my coat, my winter outdoor like shell layer coat, is exactly this colour, and it's going into its 4th winter, so now I have a lovely cosy cowl to wear with it. Back to cross stitch. The next thing I picked up, because I was tired in the evenings getting back, I'm tired, so I picked up my easiest piece of stitching. This is Shooting Star, Carolyn Manning Designs, and I'm not quite 30% done. So it's in Pattern Keeper. Hers are all Pattern Keeper compliant. You don't have to faff with them. It reads them properly. It reads the DMC numbers. It's perfect. What I've done is some of this. I don't know if I might have a start picture. If I've got a start picture, I've probably already popped it in and you're like, what's she talking about? I try and remember now to take a picture when I pick up a project to work on it first time in ages. I've done a lot of the white. Can you see I've done quite a bit of the whites here. There's white there, because there's all of this is all completely finished. There isn't a gap. The first gap is this little triangle here, so this is all finished to there. Isn't it lovely? I just want to get the middle bit done so that I've got like a clear full quarter finished, but I've obviously done little bits. You can see the repeat coming out that side, so I think this is the centre. No, this would be the centre square here, but I want to get it done. I want to get the centre, I want to come this way and get the centre so that I know exactly the full colour. Oh, it's so pretty. So I worked on that a little bit. I put a few strands in there, did quite a bit of white on that, which was nice to pick up. This is 20 count Ada. I'm using one strand, obviously over one because it's Ada, and it's pre-gridded. I bought it for a Haid and failed. So I did some of that. I got a done pile that side. And then I saw this tucked out of a corner and thought, oh crikey, I've not worked on this since before I started doing my floss tubes. So I picked it up and I've put probably about 1,000 stitches into it, but there. This is Mini Autumn's Promise. It's a Haid. It is Kirsten Mills, same artist as the key. I love these little dragons. They are just squinky gorgeous. He is nearly filled in. There's just a few stitches to go on him, and you can just see I've just carried one colour through his tail. I was trying to colour complete because this is the last bit of orange here. So if the orange is in this leaf, it's in the dragon, and then I've pretty much, I think there's only 2 or 3 colours I'm missing in these leaves. So I'm trying to colour completely orange. This bit here, this will have to be washed when it's finished. It's covered in stains and things. This is one of my first goes. I think this is 18 count Ada that I'm doing this one on, but this is all finished here. This is all fully stitched. There's no gaps. The first gaps show up here on the branch. I haven't filled in the branch. The branch is obviously dark grey. And then, oh dear, look, I'm making a right hash of this. And then the branch comes down here, and then all the background gets darker. That's the lightest bit of background. The background then picks up the darker sky blues, and it gets quite dark to this corner, and it's absolutely lovely. That's my mini, and I'm going to do, in November we've got a really good, thanks Kim, in the Full Coverage Fanatics. It's a good counting, doing words. I'm going to try and do all the words, 250 letters, 250 stitches a letter, and I'm going to try and pick a different project for each word of each block. I should have printed that out, but I'll do that next time because we should be in November next time. Maybe we'll be in November. So I did some work on that. And then I picked up the new normal. I've been picking this up and putting it down a wee bit. So I've done quite a bit of progress on the new normal. Hopefully I've got a picture to show you here of what it was like. And here it is now. Here it is now, the right way up. Sorry about that. You'd think I'd know which way up was up. So I've done this bit here, that circle, the other side of that circle, I frogged that out, I frogged this out, I've done that colour, and this bubble here is blue. So I needed to get some green to bridge into the blue there. So this I'd done that colour, and then this piece here was going to be this colour, and to get this to be blue here I needed to get into some green. So I've spent a long time humming and hawing and frogging this bit, but I'm happy with it now. I'm going to do that arrow all one colour, and I've started the lion here. He's looking good, and I'm chugging on. I'm chugging through the swan and the kittens. There, it's a bit of a big circle, that one. Now, still having a bit of indecision as far as this goes. The only order outstanding I've got is a little Lakeside Needlecraft, because I've ordered 3799 étoile, because this is 310 and it's too black. I think it's too black. So 3799 is the very dark grey. And what I'm going to do, before I frog all the black, I'm going to put in some of the 3799 étoile, because he's étoile, he's slightly sparkly. Probably can't see it, but I think I want it grey rather than black. I'll do a little tester first. So that's the new normal, and I've cracked on with that. And then the key. This is my enormous Haid. Enormous because, not enormous because it's a large piece, enormous because it's on 14 count Ada. And it is, I can't see through it, I hope you can see it. There, I absolutely cannot see through it, so I can't, there we go. I'm going to peek out the side there. There's, as you can see, it is absolutely enormous 14 count, and it's going to be that size. So we're talking wall hanging when it's done. And what I've decided to do, I'm using this as my 20 and 20 piece. Now, I restarted this in March because I was doing this. This was the mistake I did on that piece of Ada. So I restarted it in March, and I've already done 30,000 stitches. This is 30,000 stitches. But when I found the 20 and 20 challenge, I'd already done 17. So to do the 20 and 20 from where I clicked onto it on Facebook, I need to do 37. So I've got 7,000 more stitches to go, and it just so happens I have 7,000 stitches of black to do. So I'm going to, even though I've done quite a lot of it, I am going to extreme cross country and finish the black, and that should take me to 20 in 20, which will be 37 because I'd already done 17. So I'll be super happy if I can get that done. So I'm going to do a lot of the Wheel of Fortune with the black for November, but I'm doing some black now. I came under his wing, finished that, and I came down the side of him there with the black, and then I thought I'm going to colour complete the black because it just so happened they had enough stitches left to do it. So I then came across the top, finished up. There was a little bit of black, I think it was here, a little bit of black I'd missed out, might have been there, anyway, it doesn't matter. And I then come here, and I'm now going across the top. I did this bit last night, these bits here last night. I'm going to come right to the end of the pattern in the black, and then I'm going to work down, and I'm going to colour complete the black so that I'll have stitching right down to the bottom, because it's just brickwork and pretty moths, like my moth there. There'll be moths on the bottom as well, and it's brickwork at the bottom, so it's all greys. So I'm going to colour complete my black, and that should be my 20 and 20. That's my plan for the key, which ties in really well with, I've just found a needle I've left. Look, there's a needle and some green. I need to find that and finish those stitches and get rid of that needle, because it's just tucked in and I didn't even know it was there till I've just felt it. So that's the key. So that's all the, it's not all the stitching I've done, that's nearly all the stitching I've done. And then I was feeling a bit tired, and you know when you're sitting there and you're tired and you do a bit of retail therapy. I've got a little bit of retail therapy here. I've not gone too mad. I've bought a few bits, mostly because some very lovely people who watch me went to my Etsy shop and bought some things. I've had quite a few project bags sold and quite a few needle minders. Thank you very much. I've treated myself because very little of any of the money I earn I spend on frivolous stuff. If I ever do buy anything, it's usually because I've got a gift voucher, or you know, it's just a couple of DMCs that I need. So I very rarely have a little binge and spend a little bit on me, because my kids need to eat, my kids need to have clothes, I need to keep the lights on, we need to have the super fast broadband where we can have 12 devices streaming and downloading, because Austin will be watching YouTube, streaming YouTube on the telly downstairs and playing an online game on his phone. You know, it's just, I've got to have it, and it's expensive. So most of the money I earn goes straight to pay the bills. So I don't often do this, so I've done it, and you can see I'm feeling a little guilty, but here we go. So I bought myself this, Barbara Anna Designs. I've bought a couple of Barbara Anna patterns. I've never stitched one yet. In fact, I've got 4 of her patterns that I mean to stitch and haven't yet. And I download my Barbara Anna patterns from Creative Poppy, which I think's an American online cross-stitch shop thing. You can buy paper patterns, you can buy all sorts from them, but they do PDFs, and that's what I want, because I'm in the UK, and to buy paper patterns from America takes forever, and then you pay duty, and it's just a pain in the butt. So if I can download something, so I got the Christmas cake. It's a sal, and this was $7.99. I paid just over $8. I assume there was a bit of tax with it, which was about £6. And there's part 1, and as you can see, it's like a cake stand. It's like a frosted cake stand, and I think there's another 3 parts to it. So basically I just go and log into Creative Poppy every now and again and download the next bit. So I had, when I did order from 123stitch.com, I ordered some little bits of, actually I was going to put a Barbara Anna on this. I was going to do, I've got the hair, I can see the pattern printed out over there, the Father Christmas riding the hare. I was going to put that on this. This is dwarf, 28 count crystal dwarf Laguna, 8x12. It's actually 8 inches going up to 9 inches, and it's almost 13 inches long. So I assume they take the smallest measurement when they do it. So here is where I've got to, so huge start. I'm doing this 2/2 on the 28 count, and there's my little start. So I've done just the very top, and I've got the next little bit to go with some little houses. So there's the bit I've done, and so I've got these houses, a bunny, a tree, and some bits. So I've got that bit. I was missing from my stash just one DMC, which is like the skin colour. Oh, he's a Father Christmas. He's not some bits, it's a Father Christmas. I was missing the skin colour, and obviously I didn't have the gold Krynic. So I have an order coming from Lakeside. I've ordered twice from them this week for the spool of Krynic, the DMC, and I got some blacks, just some 310s, because I always need 310, and I can't get hold of easily, legally, a cone in this country of black. So whenever I'm making an order, if it's a bit weedy low, I just stick in 4 skeins of 310 just to make it up, to make paying postage worthwhile. So there's my little start on that, and it is just about going to fit on this rather pretty piece of Picture This Plus. You can see it's not straight. I started at the narrow end because I figured it's going to fit one. If it gets a bit tight, I'd have the larger piece at the bottom, and I'll fudge it up and I'll pop it in a little. I think I might flat fold. I might try and do myself a little Christmas flat fold so that it'll sit up on the, you know, and put some pretty trim around it, and try myself a flat fold, because it's really pretty. I like it. So it was a little tiny start of that. What next? I'm looking at what I've got left here. Okay, I think I need to open some of my packets. Oh, my jumper. I just brought this in. This is now what I'm knitting in the mornings. So here's my jumper that I showed you the start on before. So jump to knitting. I got myself to, oh, it looks tiny. Oh, I hope it fits. I got myself down to the armholes. There's my armholes, and I've done like 2 inches down from the armhole, and I've got quite a lot left. I am just going to knit down until I run out, and then I'll find another one of these and join up. It's going to have long sleeves. Normally I make these little cap sleeve things which I wear with these base layers that I live in. Basically, I live in them all winter, so I only took my jumper off because it's quite warm upstairs in our house. So there's my jumper that's not my colourway, but I love it. Felix, it's called Felix Pullover, which if you search Felix on Ravelry you'll find it. It's a really simple jumper, just with these. Oh look, that's showing up nicely. That's just each side of the raglan. That's just the increases on the raglan. Nice and straightforward. Just some eyelet rows. That's just a yarn over, and then you knit, and it makes an eyelet, and it increases a stitch because the eyelet makes an increase. So that's my jumper. Then I still have a little pile of goodies. Then I saw, because I follow ink circles, because I love ink circles because they're very light long dogs. I saw she'd brought out the comparatively small Big Red Ship pattern, which is only out in paper pattern at the moment. I can't download it yet, so I thought I might do the moderately sized, because I want to do the big one. I want to do the Big Red Ship. It was one of the first patterns I ever saw when I first came back to cross stitch, and I was on Arts and Designs website, and I got the Hawk Run Hollow. Oh, I want to do Halloween Hawk Run Hollow as well, but not this year. And I bought the Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I very nearly bought the Big Red Ship then, of Life, Big Red Ship of Life. It's called the ink circles. Wonderful pattern. So I find myself on the ink circles website and trawled about for a long old time. Found the 3 red ships, because I was only looking in the PDFs again, downloads, because I want to put them in Pattern Keeper. And so I have bought myself terracotta. It's slightly more there. It's a bit, yeah, look, it's a little bit more muted. It's very terracotta. Very terracotta. It's called terracotta. Dinky Dye's my absolute favourite. When I can use one strand, it goes such a long way. These, to me, are £3.10 to buy a hank of Dinky Dye. So that's nearly £10, those 3. Oh, and then, oh, I love them. I love them. So I'm going to do Big Red Ship, medium-sized red ship, and I think there's fabric in here to do that. And then I've been thinking about Castles in the Air, which I bought the pattern for right before New Normal came out, and I started the New Normal on my Castles in the Air fabric. I was and using all the threads. I just used the kit up. So I bought myself Quicksilver. This is grey. It is the palest grey, but it is grey, and that's exactly the colour I wanted. I didn't want to do white. Hang on, let's put it against white. There, now you can see it's grey. Duh. Put it against all the other colours. Put it against white and you can see that it is grey. This, I'm going to do Castles in the Air. I'm going to start it. I've ordered some more. I just ordered 1 hank because they're, as I say, they're £3.10. I didn't want to order 5 and then find it was just not the right colour. I ordered 1, and I've ordered another little handful of them that are coming from Lakeside with the Krynic. The 310 and the 1 colour missing from my Barbara Anna. And in here, I'm hoping there's a fabric. Snip, snip. As you can see, this has come from Italy. It's just arrived from DPD. I've just delivered it. We don't clean anything. Oh, it's nice. Here's my giftings from Casa Cenina. Wow. Oh, it is. I don't want it down the side of my bed though. Right. Now, there's 3 bits of fabric in here. I've got a gift. My God, what have I got? Free. I've got a free. They've sent me a piece of, oh, look at that. They've sent me a piece of linen. I'm totally made up. I've got a piece of free linen. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you, Casa Cenina. Now, Casa Cenina are Italian. They have absolutely everything. They have all the patterns, all the fabrics, all the floss. They have things that are hard to get, and they are where you can get Renato Parolins patterns. I can't get them apart from odd patterns on Etsy from like individual sellers. I can get all of them from Casa Cenina. So that's where I first found them, but I have a free bit. That's a nice piece. It's a nice size. And it is a lovely piece of linen. And I'd say that was 28 count. Don't think it's 32, I think that's 28. And it's a lovely mottly grey colour. I'm very, very pleased with that. Free! Okay, what I actually ordered, this is for my comparatively large, actually, I think that might be a quarter. I've ordered fat quarters. Comparatively large Ship of Life is going to be going on this one. That's a piece. This is 40 count. Newcastle linen, 40 count in vintage country mocha. This is not a colour I would ever choose or buy, but I wanted to give it a go because I see so many people use it. And as you can see, my other piece of fabric is that colour, is my colour. So this is for those, for my comparatively large Ship of Life, the medium-sized one, I think. I will check to see if I can fit the big one on this piece, because this is a much bigger piece than I thought I was getting. I didn't think I'd ordered quarters. But this cost me, it is printed, that's dyed, because that's on both sides, the mottling's on both sides. This is on one side, so one side is plain and one side is mottled. Perfect. I love these printed fabrics. This is 40 count, so I can go one strand over 2, which is really what I like. With silk, with DMC I'm happy to do 2 over 2. With silk, I want to use one strand because it makes it go so much further and it's much more economical to do it. So that's for that, and I will be adding to that one. Oh God. Oh, there's my kitten, naughty kitten. My E6000's in the wrong box. Oh poo. I thought it was in that box, but it's not. Right, I'm not going to spend hours. It's not there. I'm going to use the, do you remember I bought the darker, I bought the 2 greys for the new normal in the dinky dye there. That's charcoal that I'm using, and there's black sand beach. I'm going to use that as the contrast colour because I've already got 2 hanks of that, so I'll use that as the contrast. It's just like a zigzaggy strip on it. So that's that. So I've kitted that. I haven't bought the pattern yet. Pattern's $18. So I haven't bought the pattern yet, but the pattern will very shortly be joining me. But I'm going to start. I've got a gift. I am going to start Castles in the Air. I'll put a picture of Castles in the Air here, and Castles in the Air is going on this, which is called Lagoon, and it is a little bit greener. Let's see if I can get the right colour. No, it's not so blue, it's more green. It's what I'd call teal. It's what I'd call teal. There's another pattern just falling there. So it is beautiful. Again, this is the same size. It's on a Zweigart base, which is what I like. So I've got a big enough piece to put Castles in the Air on it. And I am going to go pure mono for this. So I am going, oh, that looks lovely. I am going Quicksilver on Lagoon. This is 40 count again, one strand over 2 threads, which is what I'm doing my pandemic on. I've not worked on pandemic for forever, and I'm about to jump in and start another one. So I bought just the 2 pieces of fabric from Casa Cenina. They were €13 for a fat quarter. Wow, that is really, really reasonable. And €5.90, so €6, which for me is about £5.75 really. It's almost €1 to £1. So delivery is just like getting a courier delivery from the UK to the UK, to be fair. That is, and it's arrived. I ordered that on the 14th. I ordered it 6 days ago, but it was late at night that I ordered it, so I reckon that's taken 5 days to get here. That is amazing service. Casa Cenina, I'll see if I can link them below. They have, once you've like signed up to their newsletter and things, they have so many offers all the time. They have like International Women's Day, they'll give you a this much off for this, and you know, 20% off for that, and then 18% off for this, and they're really good value. And the stuff's brilliant, and that came so quickly, and I got something free. I never get, you know, I'm one of these people who just, you know, it doesn't happen. So one more packet came today from Wool Warehouse, who is my most favourite UK supplier of yarn, and they have just recently started doing both patchwork, like fat quarters, like patchwork cloth, and they've started doing needlework stuff. Now, with terrible, with Wool Warehouse, you get your stuff in a, look at this, look at that. It is, I've had to test myself and ordered some sulky, because I have a funny feeling that I already own sulky, and I think I do. Now I've seen it. So I've ordered myself some stuff. It always comes in a gorgeous little Wool Warehouse branded baggie, which I love. They're everywhere, all over. Oh, that's lovely. The yarn is a real treat because I have yarn. I will show that tower, which isn't even half my yarn, the tower of yarn that's right there. I will show you that if I can do it without showing you the rest of the crap in this room. We're like hoarders buried alive in craft, swimming in craft stuff. That you can see it just encroaching here. That's, well, that's a coffee cup, but that is my, that's my little pincushion in one of Robin's little turned, that was full of wonder clips. Look, it's burr, I think it's burr oak, this one. Isn't it beautiful? And it holds my pincushion, which all the pins are downstairs because I've been pinning up stuff. Craft stuff encroaches from everywhere. So I saw this pattern. I had to sign up for their Expression Fibre Arts. I signed up to them. Lovely, lovely freebie pattern, but you sign up to them and I'll be buying stuff from them very soon. But look, isn't that lovely? It might be because the model's so beautiful and she's wearing such a beautiful dress. I'm not sure, but I love that. And it's crochet and it's quite simple, I think. I'm not very good at crochet. I mean, I'm okay, but I'm not brilliant. Hopefully I'm enough to follow the pattern. As you can see, it's semicircular and then some. Let me find it. The printer jammed halfway through printing the pattern, so you can see it's just over a semicircle, and I absolutely love this. It just screamed at me. I didn't quite keep to the colours, although maybe I should have done because that's really pretty, but it needed to be fingering weight, which I know is 4-ply, and I've got tons of 4-ply, and I've got tons of 4-ply, and it's everywhere, but I bought some new. This is Sheepjes. I never know how to say it. It's Dutch. I think it's Dutch. Wonderful stuff. I love these yarns. They do the whirls, the Sheppy's whirls, those stout little round things that you do a whole shawl from and it changes colour. I can probably put my hand on one very rapidly, but maybe I shouldn't go shoveling around in my crap. So I'm going to need probably 4 each of these, but these were, I think, $2.99 each. So I bought 3 colours. So I've got blue opal, I've got jade lapis, and I've got royal purple. Those are my 3. It's already covered in stuff. I've just opened it. Those are my 3 most favourite colours ever. As you can see, I'm wearing that. I'm wearing that. And I've just bought fabric that colour. Actually, in real life, that fabric is actually that colour. The colour that looks on the screen, these are actually greener than they look. This fabric is actually in real life the colour that it's showing there, much less blue. That's just by the by. So I got 2 of each, and I'll order more if I need to. So with Wool Warehouse, if you order more than £25, which is about $22, you get free shipping in the UK. So obviously I needed to bump up my order. So I got myself a piece of Ada. Doesn't say what colour it is. It looks to be a kind of a... It's robin's egg blue. It's duck egg blue. It's a pre-cut. It's Ada. It's 20 count. And it's 19 by 21 inches. And I ordered myself a spool of sulky because I've never had a spool of sulky before. Except I've got 2. Now, when people have held up sulky and it says sulky at the top, I've always said that's Gutermann. That's clearly made by Gutermann. Which in the UK, if you go and buy thread, this is the very heavy top stitch, buttonhole thread basically. That's what I did my contrast stitching on Sansui with, that one. There, you buy, you go, and you know when they're all in a colourful rack and you poke them all. At least I do. Still, and I'm 44. I used to do it when I was a kid. I still do it now. That, I recognised it immediately as the type of spool that Gutermann comes on. So I said that's machine thread. So those are sewing machine threads. It was cotton 30. And there is my cotton 12. That's what I've just arrived. It's my sulky, which is Gutermann. That's 4022. These are ones I use on my project bags. and that is it's identical. It's identical. And that was like what did I do with my packet? Very, very reasonable. There's my shipping thing. Right. This was £2.95. So $2.50 for sulky in 200 metres. That's good. Very pleased. And I buy those in Hobbycraft at exactly the same price. It's the same, except that's done as machine quilting thread. Still cotton. That's cotton 30 and this is cotton 12. But looking at the difference in the diameter of the cotton, it's negligible. It's negligible, and I'll be using it on 40 count anyway. I just had to buy one just to see. Yes, they were £2.99 each, and this is very light pewter, which to me is duck egg blue. Now this, yes, so I had to spend £25 to get free shipping, and I spent £25.99. There we go, that's how it's done. So, and the shipping's £3, so basically I got that for nothing, which is fine by me. So I bought myself PDF'd. I've only printed out the cover sheet because it's already loaded into Pattern Keeper. This is Ink Circle's Castle Walls, and it's gargoyles. Look, they're gargoyles. It's gargoyles. I love them. There's two little guys there. Anyway, that will fit on that piece of fabric. And I was humming and hawing as to whether to use the sulky I bought, which I think I might, because it is very nice. This is there, purples into blue into a very, very, very dark grey. Oh, nice actually. That one's much more my colour. It is slightly finer. I know the cotton 30 is finer than the cotton 12, but when you put the two, look at the two together, they're very close. So my ink circles, I bought this deliberately. So I'm basically kitting 3 new starts, 3 big new starts, because this isn't small. This is, I think, 256. I might not be 100% correct. I think that's a 256 square. So what I was wanting to do was do it on the Ada, 20 count Ada. So I needed 1 strand of something. And I might, this is the bag of doom. This is everything else. But as you can see, oh, I take it the cat's knocked that off. That's one of my chains. That's one of my my goes at doing the chainmail. Don't know why that was in there. Cat, I've got like a desk there. The cat jumps up there at night when he wants attention. Yeah, he gets put out and the door gets shut. Okay, so I've got a bag full of DMC and Anchor variations. So I might use some of those. I've got this gorgeous paper bag with, you know when you see a colour that you just adore? Yeah. This is that bag. This is the bag. They're mostly weeks, apart from a Colourworks Belsoir, which you can see a mile away. There's the colour, there's the Belsoir there. Isn't it glorious? So I might use, these are just all my favourite colours that I've collected up, popped in my shopping bag and bought just one little piece of. So I might use some of those. I only need 2 colours. One of them will be a variegated, one of them will be probably a hand dyed. There's the colours I didn't use for New Normal. There's, oh, this public service announcement, DMC Diamond, look at it, is hell to stitch with. Don't do it. I used this to stitch the snowflakes and the snow on my Renato Parolin Christmas that I gave to my parents last Christmas. This is beautiful, it's sparkly, it's enticing, it's, it's, don't. If you've got any other choices available to you, use them. Don't do what I did. And then here's my other little bag with all they're mostly gentle arts. They're mostly gentle arts. There's a couple of weeks in there. But these are all just colours that have caught my eye, or I've needed a colour for something and I've got something and then thought, yes, no, don't know. They're all in there. So I'm going to have a good ratch through and see there's some others. Look at them, they're just stuffed in any old how. These are the old silks from my grandma, and in amongst them there's blueberry, there's this might be from Night Walk Down, I'm not sure, because I've got cameo pink and 2 blueberries there. Pass. Not sure. Don't know. And then I've just got a whole, this is what happens when you don't sort out your threads. There's DMC variations. Knocking in with anchors and cheapos and beautiful silk and left over from a kit, and I don't even know what's in there. And oh, there's some gentle art copper, and oh, there's the cheap stuff you can buy, which friendship bracelets, what else can you use it for? Anyway, yeah, bag of doom. There's a lot more in the bag of doom than there used to be. It used to be just this box, and then I took up cross stitch, and now I have a bag of doom. There it is. Only because I'm there. Of course, that isn't even. Here is my small, not full set of DMC, but I'm getting there. Look, there's more every time I buy them. I keep them number order. I keep a master set. So the ones I'm using for Barbara Anna are just here. I've just pulled them out and put them to one side. The only ones that aren't in the master set are my shooting star there. They're all together, and this is another Caroline Manning here. Amethyst, possibly. I bought all of those to do them, but I haven't. I've just got them. They will at some point go back into the master set there, and my master set gets bigger and bigger, you know, the more I buy. So, gosh, I've got some things, so I need to sort out what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to use the sulky for the darker colour, all the outlines. I'll have a little try out on my 20 count and see how it looks, and see if it's okay doing the cotton 12 on the 20 count. And then I need to pick, I really fancy like a Wedgwood blue. I mean, it's blue and dark, so I've gone dark, and I need some sort of Wedgwood blue. I'm going to see if I've already got hand dyed? No, like a gentle art or something to to get going, and then I'll order a few more skeins. I'm never very bothered with dye lots or anything like that. I just fudge it in. You know, I can't really kit full kits as I go. I mean, even to do this, I've only bought half the yarn I need, because I know me, I might not even finish it, and then I've wasted my money buying all the yarn. If I'm going to finish it, I'll definitely buy. They had like 60 and 80 something of these in stock. And this oh, bleh, I'm hopeless. This is called Bamboo Soft. It is 50% bamboo and 50% cotton, so it feels lovely, and it'll have that really heavy drape. I was looking for something with that heavy drape because I want to look like this. I'm never going to look like this beautiful lady, but I want to look like this. I want to wear dresses like that. I want, you know, I live in cold up north. I took off a big jumper to film, you know. What else can I show you? Oh, I'm nearly at an hour. I'm surprised my phone's not cut out. So I told you about my project bags, my Halloweeny ones. I'd only just cut out the dark denim last time. So here we go. I've got 4 finished that I'm going to be popping up in my Etsy shop. I've got about another 20 cut out. So there's that one. That one got the purple binding. Man, my binding went wide. My binding got really, really big. I don't know why. So the binding I hadn't already put, I've got one of those little folder things that you pull and press, and it makes bias binding. It's the most wonderful thing. Oh, this one's got a little end on it still. Love these little scissors. These little, look, they're all my colours. My fabric scissors are those as well, but big. I love these. These are my current favourites. And they just stick on my lamp that I use is right here. And on my lamp, you can see I've got all my spare bits of crap. There's needles hanging off it. Yep, there's needles hanging there. This is my big, this is what I stitch with in the evenings. It's just a cheapo light from Argos. Cheapo light, expensive bulb. So I could see what I was doing. Anyway, so let's see, even though these are the same, even though they're the same fabric, they're different. That one has a front pocket, like the front of a pair of jeans, and it's so hard to show you them, but it's got a front pocket in it. And this one's got a back. It's got a back pocket, and it's all lovely black denim, but you can see I've done, there, can you just about see it? You can see the stitching is all done in orange. Stitching. Most of them have got pockets in them, you know, I've got the jeans pocket in them because I really like doing them like that. And because I bought pairs of black jeans specifically, that one's got a smaller, well, it was a smaller pair of jeans, but it was a really nice, there, can you see the denim? It was really nice denim, so I couldn't resist them, but it's a small, it was a smaller pair, so your pocket's smaller. If it's a big man pair of jeans, you get a big pocket. So, oh, they've all got pockets. That's the other pocket. They've got the 2 back pockets there. So there will be these will be going up in my Etsy shop, and they will be, these 4 will be very soon. And there's another 12 that I just haven't, because I just haven't had very much time. I'm so sorry, I haven't had a lot of time. But I'm going to get the Halloween ones bashed out and listed, and then I'm going to move on to Christmas fabric, of which I have lots anyway. Now, anyone who follows me on Instagram, I have been trying to grow a pumpkin for years. When I first moved up north, I lived about 7 miles from here, and I grew pumpkins. And the first year I lived there, I planted 1 seed. I had this pumpkin plant, and I had pumpkins, big, lots of them. I've never been able to grow one since. This is called Weeby Little, and they're meant to be that size, you know, the size that you cut the top off, scoop them out, and put like cheesy sauce in them and bake them, and it makes like a pumpkin cheesy soupy thing. They're that size. I've grown a pumpkin. It's that size, and I can't tell you how proud I am of my pumpkin. Even though it is tiny, it's just so tiny. Isn't it gorgeous? There is my pumpkin. I had to show you it. Okay, I've shown you everything. Last time I offered up the little teddy, and it's about the same size, the pumpkin needle minder. Okay, so I had 11 people mention my needle minders. Thank you very much. And I randomly picked, if you asked, if you mentioned a specific one, I drew a little square for the teddy, and I drew a little pumpkin shape for if you'd asked specifically for the pumpkin. And I drew 2 numbers from a random number generator from out of 11, and number 10 was Anna Tanzania, and she mentioned this one, so that one worked out well. So this one's yours, Anna. I will go back and comment on your comment. Last time with my bag, the lady commented first. Lisa S Stitches, she commented first on mine, which was really nice. So I don't mind that either, because it'll take me a bit to go back, and because I'm a bit slow. And Christine Fox, this one's yours. I think I already have your address, so if I do, and I think I do, this is just going to go straight in the post to you, Christine. This one's yours, and she asked for this one. So I picked 2 numbers, and one had asked for this one and one had asked for this one. So that worked out really well. So there we go. That's our little prizes for this time. And oh, I've got 2 more things. This time I thought I would give away the Nantucket Rose pattern, which I'm going to put a picture of what it looks like. You know, I got this at auction, and I've made a working copy, and I'm going to finish the ladies. I've shown it you before if you've watched any of my last couple of videos. But I have the pattern, the original. It's not been drawn on. It does have a few, it is old. Look, you can see on the crease of the paper, it's got a little bit, it's had a little bit of life, but not much. It's got no writing on it. It's full, original, proper pattern. There's obviously no cover sheet, nothing. This is just how I pulled it out of the box, but it's the full pattern. It's there. It's not scribbled on. And I thought I'd offer this surprise. I will put one of my little tiny stamp needle minders on it. Oh well, it'll be a surprise. I will put one of my little tiny stamp needle minders on it as a gizzy as well. They're just like a British UK couple of pennies. I can never find one when I want one, can I? Anyway, I'll stop pointlessly looking for something I probably can't get my hands on right now. Oh, except I can see them. They're right up there. The stamps, not the needle minders. Give me 2 seconds. I can get my foot. Far too much of my fat bum. These little British stamps throughout all the ages. They're from, I've got millions of them. A few pennies. There's an old 7p there. Oh, a nice 15p Welsh Dragon. They're all different. 14p there. Oh, that one's quite different. Let me pull out that one. Oh, that's an old one. Look how young the Queen is. That one is 5p postage. So that stamp's going to date from probably the 60s, early 70s. So I'll pop one of those, but as a little needle minder, I'll pop it on as well. So if you want Nantucket Rose, proper lavender and lace pattern, just pop me a little comment. I'm always happy to get comments. I do read all of them, but I'm not very good at replying because I'm a bit crap. But honestly, I really do appreciate it. I'm up to 412 today. I was 413 yesterday, so I'm obviously annoying somebody because people are subscribing and then unsubscribing. And I don't know about other people, but you really do notice, you know, when you check and it says 412 and you go, okay, and then it goes 413 and then it goes 411 and you go, I take it when you've got thousands of subscribers, it happens all the time and you sometimes notice and sometimes don't. But, you know, when you haven't got very many, sorry to the people who've subscribed to me and decided I'm crap and don't want to watch, but c'est la vie. These my middle daughter has made these. She's 14, guys. She's 14. Look at this little mermaid. I think keychains, possibly, or scissor fob. She makes them and she gives them to me. Aren't they glorious? And there's, oh, dropped it. There's the drawing of her and her big smiley face. There's the drawing of the mermaid. That's her. That's the sort of thing my 14-year-olds, I just see little cute cross-stitch patterns in all of these. I really do. But these little guys, aren't they lovely? She just churns them out. I think I need to make them into little, put a little eye bolt in the top and make them into something. Really do. Ooh. Right. So all my stuff there, I've shown you everything. I'm all done. I'm okay. I'm bearing with it. It's nice to have a couple of days off actually, because yeah, I haven't had much time off and I'm working long hours. When I'm doing my other job where I'm serving, I'm a server, I'm on my feet. I do not sit down. So on Sunday I had 10 hours where I didn't sit down. I did 13,000 steps, which is about 5 miles, in a medium-sized building. I was backwards and forwards, up and down, backwards and forwards. It's just like running around all the time, which is good for me. It's good exercise, but oh, we get home and take shoes off, all my ankles ache. I'm old. My ankles don't half ache. Right. So hopefully next time I'll have some new starts. I'll have a bit of bad crochet to show you. I'm going to try really hard to not make it bad. And I'm going to start Castles in the Air probably now. And I've got to buy the pattern to do the ship, but I'll do that and get that downloaded. And I'm probably going to start this today as well. I'm probably going to do 2 new starts. Today is the day off. I might do one today and one tomorrow. These guys will be up in my shop, my Etsy shop, Crafty 6. Try and put it here. Please go and have a look. There's lots of needle minders. My needle minders might seem expensive compared to other people's needle minders. I don't know how some people make money on their needle minders. I know the actual materials don't cost very much, but they are literally pennies and postage isn't cheap. So what I've done with my needle minders is they are one price, no postage. So wherever you are in the world, there's no postage to pay on the needle minders. I've had to put a little bit on the bags because they cost more, because they weigh more, but the needle minders all fit into what we call a large letter in the UK, which is a standard envelope size. I don't know what I keep looking for. It's because I'm in my room and everything I need is within touching distance, but it's buried. That's just me. Cold coffee. Oh, now I can see the shape as well. Never mind. Sheep jazz? Sheep jazz? I don't know. Starch. Anyway, that's this. I'm always trying to pronounce it and fail. That's me done. Thank you so much. I will turn it round and show you some of my yarn stash, and you'll be literally, why are you buying yarn? Why do I buy yarn? I don't know, because I love it. and I've been tired. I've not been sad, I've been tired, and when you're tired you find yourself just scrolling pointlessly through Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, and you see stuff and then you go down the rabbit hole and you end up buying patterns and fabric and patterns, although this was a free pattern. As I say, Expression Fibre Arts, it's one of those wonderful websites they do sell a lot of stuff, but a lot of the patterns are free to download once you've subscribed to them, which it's a yarn company that does patterns. Obviously I'm going to subscribe to them, and as I say, I probably will be buying some patterns from them as well very shortly, because once I've had a good trawl through them. And yeah, I grew a pumpkin. If you saw the size of my polytunnel, you would laugh that this is what I've produced, this tiny little pumpkin. My polytunnel is 10 foot by 30 foot, I think, in the garden up there. It's extensive, and I've grown this. Got loads of other food too, but this is the pumpkin it's produced. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your lovely comments as always. I really appreciate it, especially when I'm doing a lot, and it's nice to come on and read some positive comments. So thank you for that, and thank you for watching, and I will see you soon with new starts. There'll definitely be new starts, and I really need to do that glow in the dark on Spooky Halloween, because I haven't done it yet, and it's nearly Halloween. Hopefully see you before Halloween. If I don't, happy Halloween, and I'll see you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. As promised. The sun's just come out. Isn't that always the way? Here is some of my stash and the carbon monoxide detector, which is good to have. The boxes of yarn. So we've got at the top, we've got that's mostly ice yarn and cheap new stuff. Then we've got my Mixie Muddle box. That's greens. That's turquoise, that's pink, that's yellow and orange, that's grey, that one's brown, that's a load of crap, that bag's got yarn in it, that bag has got yarn in it, that's a half knitted sweater, that's a box of stuff I got at auction. Eric's in this box here from IKEA that's supposed to be in the Kallax over there but isn't, and there's 2 more boxes to the floor underneath those, which I know is purple and blue. And there's another box under that one. There's another box down to the floor there. And all of this, heaven only knows what all of that is. Just stuff. So there's some of my stash. There's lots. And lots, and that is the most massive, where's my finger, there's the most massive hank of brown yarn there that I got at auction by accident, was buried in a box. There's part of a temperature crochet granny square temperature blanket from last year that I got to March and stopped. That's some of my stash.